All right, sit really tall. So just make sure you feel comfortable in the way that your legs are positioned. So you're welcome to sit on something if you like. And then allow your eyes to close or just soften. And these first few mindful breaths, let them feel delicious, refreshing. Peaceful. And every breath in, think about length all the way up the back of you. And as you breathe out, feel a wave of softness traveling down the front of you. Breathing in, lightness through the back of the body, and lift, breathing out, release down the front of the body. Sit bones spread. Feeling anchored and grounded. And you're welcome to stay exactly here for the next few moments, or come with me into alternate nostril breathing. We're going to use your right hand and place the thumb, the thumb on your right nostril. It's just like, what is that? Is it a thumb? And your ring finger on your left nostril. And then closing the left nostril, breathe in through the right. Close the right, open the left, and breathe out through the left. Breathing in through the left. Closing, opening the right, and breathing out through the right. And then continue in this flow, alternating which nostril you're breathing through or in and out of. So even if you're not using your hands, see if you can direct the inhale into one side of your body at a time. Visualize the direction of path that the breath is moving. The next time you breathe out through your right nostril, you can lower the hand. Now turning over onto hands and knees, maintaining that relaxed and chilled out state. And then on your hands and knees, you're going to find upward cat and downward cat. Hands screwing into the floor, shins pressing down, opening the chest as you inhale, rounding the spine as you exhale. Maybe having a little roll around through the cat if it feels nice. And then find downward dog. Take your hands a little further forwards, tuck the toes, lift the hips up and back. bending the knees as much as you need, so your lower back is long and the tailbone is high. And then pedaling the feet up and down. Pressing the heel towards the ground to lengthen the calf. It doesn't have to touch. Walking the feet towards your hands. I'm just going to turn around a little bit so I can see you. And then coming to a squat position. So your feet are going to be roughly the width of the mat, roughly, but you know what your squat position would be. You can choose to be a little bit higher here with the hips up, or really work on grounding the heels of your feet and lifting the inner edge of the ankles. Take a twist, doesn't matter which way. Same time, keep the hips really still. Changing sides. Hands down, toes forwards, hips up, forward fold. Shift the weight to the center of the feet and maybe have a little wriggle of your hips side to side. Get a little bit of movement in there in this folded braid position. Then rolling up to stand. Lifting the arms right up overhead, taking a side bend, keeping the feet really anchored and still. Inhaling, lift the arm. Exhaling, side bend the other way. And this time, both arms up. We're going to side bend the first direction. Reach as far over as you can. You can't go any further. Hinge forwards and come down into fold. And then open the other way, so the opposite arm is going to lift up. Both arms up at the top. And then we're going to go back the opposite way, so the way we just came, side bend over. Stretch as far as you can, pull the belly in and back. Relax on the way down, relax the neck. Spiral up the other direction. Knees bend, hinge forwards and fold. Turn the toes out, sink the hips back into your squat. Again, you can choose to have a little wriggle around here if you want to. Maybe use your arms to glide the knees wider apart. Hands down, step or jump back into plank. Then either knees or toes, exhale, halfway down. Inhale into your back bend of choice. I don't know where I was going there. Any back bend. Downward dog on the exhale. Knees bend. Step your feet, jump your feet to your hands and take them wide. Come down into a squat. Take a twist once in each direction. The breath in lifts the arm, the breath out draws the arm back further. Hands down, turn the toes forwards, hips up, forward fold, pull the belly to the sky. Rolling up to stand on the inhale. We're taking our side bend one way, and then circle all the way down. Inhaling, lift up the other way, exhale. Side bend and fall, so breathing in. Breathing out on the way down. Breathing in, open. Breathing out, finish. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, knees bend and forward fold. Turn the toes out, sink the hips, find your squat. So again, you doesn't have to be low every time if you don't want. Staying active in the bottom of your squat, so you squeeze your bum. Hands down, step or jump back into plank. Then continue to flow, so you bending the elbows, And then you can always choose an upward cat and a downward cat here if you wish. Make your way back into downward dog. Step or jump feet to hands as you breathe in. As you breathe out, fold. Rising to the top. Hoodie's not a great idea. Stretching the arms up overhead. Side bend. And fold all the way down, lengthening the lower back. Breathing in all the way up. Finishing on the way on the breath out. Side bends the other way. Keep lengthening rib cage away from the hips. In every part of the movement, find even more elongation in the lower back. This time lengthen up, exhaling, come down into fold. Turn your toes outwards. Create the space in the hips to sink. Inner thighs slide out. A little wriggle, little dance. Friday morning dance. Hands down, step or jump back into plank. Exhale, elbows stay close as you lower. Breathing in, dragging the chest forwards. Exhaling, downward dog. Step or jump feet to hands on the inhale. Exhale, fold. Adjust your feet, make sure they're wide enough for you to squat. Toes turn out, hips are down. Take a twist. Listen, other side. Hand down. Toes forwards, hips out, fold. Push the ground away as you roll up. Inhaling. Side bend. Roll down. Roll up. Feeling a bit like a rag doll. Like relaxing the arms, relaxing the whole of the upper body. Coming down into forward fold afterwards and through the centre. Step or jump back into plank. Maintain your control as you descend. Screw the hands into the floor. And mid-back squeezes to open your back bend. Downward dog. And then staying your downward dog this time, pedaling the feet up and down again. Right leg. Now let's go. Whatever leg is furthest away from the screen is the one you're going to use. So you'd be, I'm going to go left leg here. So that's the one, the name I'll use here. Left leg up, the three-legged dog. Bend the knee at the top, open the hip. Keep the rest of the body really still. Step the foot forwards between the hands. If it doesn't get there, pick it up, slide it forwards. And then instantly lift the hips into pyramid pose. You can adjust your hands here. You can use something higher up or your shin for a little bit more stability. Just think about pressing down through the inner edge of both feet. Knee bends, sink the hips down. So you can choose to drop the knee if you wish or not. Twist towards the right, your left side. Hand down. Turn to the right long edge of your mat or the front of your mat. The long edge even. Side lunge. So again, you can be here, or you can come even deeper, lifting the toes off the floor. Your aim here is to keep the foot flat with the bent leg. So it doesn't matter if that means you're up here at all, because you still get a really nice length through the inner thigh on both sides. Step into the center. Both knees push out, lift the arms up and open. Bend your knees a lot, sink down. Find your inner goddess. Powerful and strong. Side bend the other direction. Toes are on the diagonal. Slide your hips back further than you think you need to. And again, you're either here, here, or here. Nice, turn to the short edge of your mat. Again, knee up or knee down, lunge, twist. Hands to ground, pull the hips up and back, pyramid pose. If folding feels difficult, think length in your spine instead and edge the centre of your chest forwards more. Pull the right hip bone back a touch more. Bend the front knee, hands to the floor, sweep the leg up and back into three-legged dog. At the top, bend the knee, open the hip. Foot lands to floor as you inhale. Shift forwards to plank, exhale and lower, or choose to rest anytime you wish. Inhale into your back bend. Exhale down the dog. Right leg rises. So again, it's the one furthest away from the screen. If you're lengthways like me, at the top, bend the knee. Actively open the hips using the inner thighs. Step the foot forwards between the hands. And then instantly pull the hip back and up to pyramid. So imagine someone's got your tailbone right here and they're yanking you up. Notice how the higher you lift your hips, the more you tip forwards. Knee bends, lunge. If you're keeping the back knee off the floor, push out the heel and contract your thigh from the kneecap. Take the twist. Sink your hips down a bit more and keep them still. Hands down, turn to the long edge of your mat. Side lunge. So again, choose where you would be. If you're feeling balanced and comfortable in this place, you're welcome to add in a side bend, reaching towards the longer foot. Just an option. Yeah, come up through the center. Push into both feet equally. Expand the arms behind your goddess. Hips sink back, but screw the big toes in to the floor. Nice. Side lunge, the other direction. Feel free to explore this. Again, if you wish to, lift your left arm, side bend. Turning to the short edge of your mat, lunge. Twisting to the left, pressing the right shoulder towards the inner edge of the left knee. Hand down, pull the hips up and back, pyramid. Soften the neck, soften the shoulders. Shift the weight forwards a touch more, take the weight into your hands. Sweep the leg up and back into three-legged dog. Bend the knee at the top, open the hip. Just check your right knee hasn't twisted in. Coming forwards to plank as you lower the leg. Exhale, flow. Control the descent. Inhaling, spread the ribcage, press down through the feet. Downward dog. On the exhale, pedal the feet up and down for a moment. Then take the back leg up for three-legged dog, so left leg up. Bend the knee at the top. Try and spiral round, expands the inner thighs. Step the foot forwards on the inhale, pull the hips back and up, pyramid. Shifting forwards to lunge, twist. Now if you choose to have the knee on the floor, relax the back foot and just drag your hips forwards to open them. Hand down. This time, you're going to place the outer edge of your right foot on the floor. Left toes are still facing this way. We're going to come into extended warrior two. Yeah, nice. So you can have your elbow on the thigh or rest the hand to the floor. Open the chest fully and lengthen the reach of the arm. Inhaling, come to the center. Bend the knees equally, goddess. Taking those few breaths to feel the power in the moment. Feeling the inhalation spread into the ribcage and spread into the hips. Active yet open. Extended warrior two, turn the right foot, push the left heel out. Take the left arm over the ear. And then anchor down through the feet, so you're pushing down into the floor. But almost lifting away from the hips more. Turn to lunge. Lift your back heel, square the hips to the floor and twist. Pyramid, hands down. Pull the hips up and back. If you need to adjust your feet closer together, that's okay. That gentle hug of the right hip bone back helps to get into the outer hip. Bend the knees, sweep the leg up and back, three-legged dog. At the top, bend the knee, open the hip. Land the foot to the floor. Inhale, come to plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, into the back bend. Exhale, downward dog. Right leg lifts, breathing in. So back leg again, bend the knee, open the hip. Keep screwing the hands down, feel really solid there. Sweep the leg underneath. Pyramid, hips back and up. Feeling the length in the hamstring as you pull the tailbone up to the ceiling more. Extended warrior two. Oh no, sorry, lunge. Don't forget the lunge. Bend the knee, take the twist. Hand to ground, extended warrior two, there we go. Outer edge of left foot comes down. Take the right elbow to the knee, left arm reaches overhead. Now here, as you push into the floor with the feet, kind of feel like your inner thigh is pushing forwards. So if we get that screwing in feeling, it travels all the way up to the inner edge of the hip. Come through the center, push into the floor, turn the toes onto the diagonal, goddess. This time, see if you can connect to your butt cheeks and just squeeze the butt cheeks in towards each other a little bit more. Extended warrior two to the left side, right arm over the ear, stretch into the left. Spread the center of the pelvis. Creates the feeling of more space. Turn hands down, cradle the foot, lift the back heel, take the twist. Coming a little bit closer to the inner thigh this time. Hands down, pull the hips up and back, pyramid. Even squeeze the thigh from the kneecap of the back leg to the right leg.
Shift the weight forwards enough to ground the hands. Sweep the leg up and back into three-legged dog. Bend the knee at the top, open the hip. Land the foot to the floor. Inhaling, come forwards to plank. Exhaling, flow. Inhale, upward. Exhale, child's pose this time. Knees wide. Feet together. For a little shimmy of the hips side to side. Coming up, this time, spinning round, so you're facing the long edge of your mat, and then take your left leg directly out. Hips here, even, so you may need to adjust this leg out a little bit further if it feels like one hip is lifting really high. And then when you're there, just glide the hips back a touch until you feel the stretch in the inner thigh. If that's too stressful for your ankle, with the outer edge of the foot down, just relax it and come more onto the inner edge. On your next inhale, come up. Bring your hips forwards. Gate pose. Right hand reaches and side bends to the left. Nice. Windmill the arm down to the floor. Take the other arm up and over, but keep your foot grounded. So you're going to keep pushing into the outer edge of your foot so it feels really similar to the extended warrior. Nice. Return back to the center. Inhale, slide the hips back, reach the arms forward. So same side this is. Exhale, nestle the chest down. Coming up on the inhale, hips forward, so squeeze your bum tightly. Right arm reaches up, left arm to the left side as we side bend. Windmill the hands down to the floor. Keep pushing into the outer edge of your foot. And then feel the hips lift, feel the underside of the waist lift. One more time, coming back to the center. Slide the hips back. That deep stretch in the inner thigh. Coming up on the inhale. Feel that deep stretch through the side. Windmill the hand to the ground. Just let it feel pleasurable and energizing. This time you're going to come back to the center. Swap the legs over. Right leg slides out. Often our hips can feel a little different on both sides. So again, take the time to make sure your hips feel level. And then shift back. And if it doesn't feel good for your knees to shift as deep as this, then don't go as far. Listen to what your body wants and needs. On the next inhale, come up. Gate. Reach up and over towards the foot. Windmilling the arms to the floor. Stack the hand under the shoulder. If it feels nice, press the hips forward to touch. Coming back to the center. This time a little faster. So inhaling, slide your arms forwards. Exhale, nestle down deeper. Gate pose on the inhale, coming up. And over, exhaling to melt further. Inhaling, windmill over. Exhale, expand. One more time, breathing in. Breathing out. Coming up, breathing in. grounds the outer edge of your heel. Inhale. Exhale. From here, your bottom leg, your left leg, you're just going to spin it round and take a seat, or any other way that gets you there. Hips are down. Leg reaches out onto the diagonal, and then tuck the sole of the left foot into the inner edge of the right thigh. If this is uncomfortable, you're welcome to place it wherever it works for you, but coming forwards. Again, you don't have to go straight down that leg. You can stay a little higher. Work on the hinge. So it's pulling back of the sit bones as the torso comes forwards. And thinking about the mechanics of your hip here, there's a little rolling in, feeling at the very top of the hip. So that's normal. What you also want to do is roll the knee outwards. So top of the hip rolls in, knee rolls outwards, and that opens out the inner thighs and helps them to function correctly, actually. Coming up. Side bend over the leg. So I'm just think more about creating the length and feeling the length rather than what it looks like. So just guide your hip bone back, left hip bone back a little bit. Turn the chest up to the ceiling more. Taking a fold over your right leg. So you can choose to fold directly from here. You can adjust this leg as you wish, or pick the knee up, turn the knee so it's next to the other knee, so you get internal rotation of that thigh as well. You don't have to force yourself to come down into a place. Just observe what you feel. Coming up. If you changed your leg round, change the foot back. So tuck the foot to the inner thigh. Inhaling, come forwards. Exhale. Pull the hips back, separate the butt cheeks. Inhaling, come up into side bend. Exhaling to your edge. Inhale into your forward bends. If you change the knee position, change the position. Drag your right leg back with your right hip. One more time, coming forwards. Swapping the leg back if you swapped it in the first place. Reaching forward. Exhaling. Coming back on the inhale. Side bend. Exhale. Inhale into your forward bend. Exhale. Yummy. Coming up, swapping the legs round. So this time expanding the left leg, tucking the sole of the right foot in, and then coming directly forwards. The torso is central to your pelvis. Again, you don't have to force yourself somewhere straight away. You don't even have to get into the same depth as you did on the other side. So think sit bone sliding wide, inner thigh at the top rolling in, but knee rolling out. on the inhale, side bending. And either keeping your right leg where it is or lifting the knee and turning it over, coming down into fold. Hug the belly in and back. Gently rise. Same flow, faster time. Unhook the leg if you did before. Fold central as you inhale. As you exhale, go deeper into your edge. Side bend on the inhale. Exhale, again, test your edge. Where can you go? Inhale, forward bend. Exhale. One more time, coming forwards. Breathing in, central. Breathing out. Side bend. Inhale. Feel lighter. Exhale. Feel comfortable. Inhale. Turn and fold. Then gently rise. Take hold of your right foot with your left hand. And then I'm just going to pull the leg across. So we're aiming the knee to go over the centre line of the body. Doesn't matter where you put the foot, it may feel better to bring the foot closer to your opposite hip, or it might feel better closer to the knee. Either way, you're opening out the outer part of your leg. Or you can just stay here and give it a little swing and a hug. Place the sole of the foot down to the floor on that outside edge of your knee. Hug the leg in and twist. If you want to go further, turn your palm towards the back, slide the hand up the centre of your back. And then feel the shoulder blades squeezing back behind you more. I'm just going to stay here for a few breaths. Feeling that deep stretch in the outer glute. Gently unravel. Keep the ankle where it is, although adjust it so it's softer on your thigh. Bend your left knee, take your hands behind your back. Aiming to feel that stretch in your right glute. Just checking hips feel evenly placed on the floor. And try and soften any part where you feel the muscle where you feel that the muscle is really tight. Or complaining a little bit. That's the area you need to be kind to. Gently unhook the leg. And we change sides. You can stay on the spot if you wish, but take hold of the, what is it? It's a foot, there we go, left foot with the right hand. We're going to explore the space. Place the sole of the foot down roughly to the outer edge of the knee. Sit as tall as you can as you hug the leg in. Use the other arm to give you some assistance if you wish, or wrap that arm up your back. The higher it goes up the centre of the back, the more intense that sensation will be in the shoulder. Keep hugging the leg across the body. Unravel. Anchor above the knee. Walk the right foot in. Glute stretch. Every exhale, see if you can relax into it. Just taking 2 more breaths here. You hear the sirens. After your 2 breaths, settle into a comfortable position, so relax. We're not going to be here for long, so don't worry. Although if you have to go to work, that's okay.
Thanks, Cheryl. I'm going to run. Bye.
Bye. Well done. So following every breath from its beginning to its end. Feeling how every inhalation is completely full. So think, what is it full of? Is it full of energy? Is it full of excitement? And focus a little deeper on your exhale. What is your exhale full of? Or really, you can make it whatever you want it to be. So maybe you're exhaling gratitude. Maybe you're exhaling love and care to other people. Take a deep breath in, and with it bring this time excitement for the day, a little love to yourself, and a big smile on your face. Just to enjoy the sensations that a smile can create in your body, because those feelings are special. And then on that note, start to wake your body up again. Although you're welcome to stay there for as long as you wish. And making gentle movements in accordance to what your body needs. And in your own time, in your own way, sit yourself back up.